What's going on, everybody? This is Temperature Check. I am your host, as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. How y'all doing? Before we get started with today's content, I must do what I always do anytime you see me on your screen. And that's thank you for the likes, comments, shares, most importantly, those subscriptions. So whether you be a day one fan, somebody who just started rocking with me today, man, I greatly appreciate it. And if you're loving what I got going on my channel, you want to see more of me, it's quite simply, man. Hit me up on Instagram, Mr. Check the Temperature. Hit me up on Twitter, Mr. Temp Check. Before we get started, today's Thursday. That means we know what tomorrow is. It's Friday. That means Temperature Check Apparel will be in my possession, man. So again, continue. Thank you and just appreciation for the love and support for all the pre-orders that have been put in. Some of these sizes are already selling out, so I gotta go back to the Excel spreadsheet. Gotta look at update some things. But if you're still interested in a Temperature Check hoodie, something like this, I got the black, I got the light gray, and I got the dark gray. Or you want a Temperature Check hat, which I know I want one because I'm super excited about seeing them. Hit me up in the comment section, hit me up in the DMs, and we'll get you right. Almost 800 subscribers to the channel. Man, y'all really been showing the brother love. Y'all been showing out. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. So, again, continue to support the movement. Share the broadcast. You see the channels diversifying every day. Starting to open up about who I am as a person. And just talking about some everyday topic things, man. Things that we really need to discuss. But today, we got to talk some football, man. You know, it's championship weekend. It is the AFC Championship versus the NFC Championship. We have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Buffalo Bills. And I want to start with that one. Because I know how many Kansas City Chiefs fans I have on my page. I know y'all been waiting to see what my prediction is going to be. Well, I'll be honest with you. I was so disappointed in Andy Reid last week and put in Patrick Mahomes in harm's way like he did with trying to run him like he was Lamar Jackson. Patrick Mahomes is a gifted athlete, but he is not a Lamar Jackson when it comes to running that football. On 3rd and 1, man, you have running backs. You have offensive weapons. Why would you risk your franchise quarterback? Why would you risk the foundation of the next decade and a half the way these athletes are being built? I didn't understand it. I definitely questioned that call. But obviously, Kansas City was able to hold on and get the victory. Shout out to Chad Henne, man. Came in off the bench. You know, that's what you want your second string quarterback to do. That's why you pay your second string quarterback that top money. If you look at the Taysom Hills, you look at the Chad Hennes, Robert Griffin III, RIP, you ain't with us no more. But that's why you pay them that money, so they can come in off the bench cold, but they veterans, they're experts. They know what they got to do and what it takes to just maintain the momentum that the team has. We're not looking for you to try to win the game. We're just looking for you to be a game manager. And that's what Chad Henne does, and he was able to make that big 3rd down and 14 play where, again, he runs a 4-9 Cleveland. You're going to have to explain to me how you let him run for 15 yards. But that's another topic. But you're going up against the Buffalo Bills. Now, obviously, I had the unfortunate pleasure of watching the Buffalo Bills defeat my Baltimore Ravens last weekend. But I'll tell you this, I was not impressed with the Buffalo Bills offense. When I talked about keys to victories for the Baltimore Ravens, what did I talk about? I talked about holding Josh Allen to under 200 yards passing, 206. He also had a lesser QBR than Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's was 55 and some change. His was 51 and some change. I need y'all to know that. That's a nugget for y'all. When we talk about the offensive weapons for the Buffalo Bills, a couple of them was missing, wasn't they? What did I tell you about the keys to victory? I said Stephon Diggs, he's going to get his yards. But if you're able to keep him under 100 yards, he's probably going to score a touchdown. You're going to be all right. What did he go for? 8 catches, 106 in the touchdown. All right, cool. You know why I was cool with that? Because that means for Josh Allen, he had he had 100 yards. 100 yards passing to everybody else outside of Stephon Diggs. So that meant Cole Beasley got locked up. That meant John Brown got locked up. It means Singletary was not the offensive weapon that he has been for Buffalo. Buffalo only scored 10 points against the Baltimore Ravens. Let's not make no mistake about that. Let's not make no mistake about that. They only scored 10 points. Is that going to be enough to beat the Kansas City Chiefs? Hell no, that's not going to be enough to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Absolutely not. And one thing that I do love about this Chiefs, it's not even the offense. It is the defense. Being a Baltimore Ravens fan, I am feeling very comfortable right now with making this analogy, making this comparison. There was an interception late in the game for Kansas City against the Cleveland Browns. Let me take you back. Do you remember a play where Baker Mayfield was rolling out? You seen Jarvis Landry run the hook the curl. If you don't know what the hook the curl route is, that means it was probably a zone defense. And what Jarvis Landry is supposed to do is find the hole in the defense and just sit there because it's zone. So it's going to be, you have your natural pockets and natural gaps in the zone defense. Unless you have an X factor. Unless you have somebody on your team who can go above and beyond the X's and the O's of football plays. Kansas City Chiefs has that. And one honey badger. And Tyrann Mathieu. That young man made an Ed Reed type play. He baited Baker into that interception. Notice he flowed past Jarvis Landry, knowing that Jarvis Landry is about to hook up right in front of him. Knowing that Baker Mayfield was only looking at him the whole time. So what did he do? He baited him. He ran past him, but just enough so when Baker released it, undercut it. Plays like that give me a lot of confidence in picking the Kansas City Chiefs. Not to mention, obviously the offensive firepower that they have with Travis Kelce, unanimous All-Pro. You have the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill. They have weapons. Sammy Watkins. They have another young receiver. They have weapons galore. How is Patrick Mahomes doing, though? Does he have a concussion? Is it nerve damage in his neck? What are we doing? It don't even matter because even without that, I don't believe in the Buffalo Bills. I'm sorry, Buffalo. I think your Cinderella story is about to end in Kansas City this weekend. So I'm definitely picking the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl. Definitely picking the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl. You know what? I'll even give you a score. I'll even entertain a score. Let me give you... I'll say Kansas City 31, Buffalo Bills 17. No, I'll give them 20. I'll say they score 20. I don't think that Cole Beasley and John Brown are going to be as locked up as they were against the Baltimore Ravens. Because, again, I feel like Baltimore Ravens have some of the best DBs in the league and definitely has a top 5 DB core in the league. Sorry to tell you. But again, shout out to the Buffalo Bills. You had a hell of a season, but yes, it's definitely about to end in Arrowhead Stadium come this weekend. So shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs. I will congratulate you ahead of time. Moving on to the more interesting game, the game that I believe is a legacy game. Yes, I will say, I don't care about Aaron Rodgers having 1 Super Bowl. I don't care about Tom Brady having 6. I believe this is a legacy game. Because we always said that they would have to see each other in the Super Bowl. This is the matchup that we've always wanted to see. The discount double check versus the avocado eating assassin that is Tom Brady. So last time these two got together, it was in Tampa Bay. And that was Aaron Rodgers' worst game of the season, by far. His worst game of the season. Touchdowns galore. It was kind of like he was in quicksand. In quicksand, things just happen fast. And the more you try to fight to get out of it, the more you continue to sink. The more you continue to suffer. But situation has changed. The roles have been reversed. Aaron Rodgers is now playing a home game against Tom Brady. Now, Tom Brady, he's cool with the cold. He's been in New England. What about the rest of them? What about the rest of the team? It's going to be cold. You know it's going to be cold, and it's going to be windy in Green Bay. So for Tampa Bay, obviously, you're looking at that defense. You're looking at one David White who had, 11 tackles, 10 solo, a fumble recovery, and an interception against Drew Brees. Do I think he can have that type of performance again? No. Are you serious? You see the way Aaron Rodgers throws the ball? You do not know who Aaron Rodgers is going to throw the ball. He can spread the ball out to everybody. But we know who his favorite receiver is. It's Davante Adams, arguably the best receiver in the game. Who does Tampa Bay have that can guard Davante Adams? Me personally, Antoine Winfield Jr. I know you had a hell of a game. You had a forced fumble against Jared Cook last week. You're not about to do that. Davante Adams is too slick. Y'all saw they're able to put him in motion, get him running each and every way, which for a defense, if you're in man coverage, it's impossible for a corner to follow him across the field and get over in time, especially if he's running the quick out route that he runs, or the quick flat route that he ran in the end zone against Jalen Ramsey and the LA Rams last weekend. So I definitely think that's a matchup. But we all know Tom Brady, man. He gets it done in the playoffs. He is Mr. Playoffs. He is Mr. Essential when it comes to big-time games and big-time plays. So he has a Mike Evans. He has a Gronk. You know, he has multiple receivers. I told y'all about Leonard Fournette last week. I'm curious to see how Antonio Brown comes out this game. I think Antonio Brown is the X factor because that Green Bay defense is nasty. They're nasty. As a collective, they know how to get to the football. They know where you are at all times. They're communicating well. Linebackers are flowing. D-line establishing a new line of scrimmage. That's always a key thing for me as a DB. In order for me to do my job, I need my D-line to do theirs. You establish that new line of scrimmage. You put pressure on Tom Brady. We already know Tom Brady is a standing figure in the pocket. He is going to go down like origami paper. He's going to fold up like origami paper under pressure. I absolutely believe that Green Bay is about to blitz the hell out of Tom Brady. So I said this is a legend game. This is a legend game. This is a legacy game. You know, we've been waiting on this matchup for years. Some would say decades. What do I have it? Who do I think is going to be meeting the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, ironically? Man, we're going with the Green Bay Packers, man. I can't go against what I'm seeing from Aaron Rodgers. And the reason I say that is offensively. Aaron Rodgers has a balanced offense. When is the last time you've been able to say that? When is the last time Aaron Rodgers has been able to hand the ball off and trust that his running back can hit his head on the goalpost, as Shannon Sharp says? It's been a long time since he's been able to do that. We're talking about Ahman Green. Of course, he's had, like, you know what I'm saying, a couple running backs here and there, but we're talking about consistent. We're talking about consistency from the running back position. They have that in Green Bay. I believe Green Bay's running back will be the X factor alongside Davante Adams. Those are the two X factors for Aaron Rodgers. Because Aaron Rodgers has no problem establishing the play action pass, with handing the ball off 2-3 times in a row. Usually you don't see Aaron Rodgers do something like that. So as long as they establish the run and do not waver and try to make this, again, an ego game where you strictly have Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, look at this, versus the Green Bay Packers versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you will be fine. If you try to make this a one-on-one matchup, that is when you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. But I like the mobility that I'm also seeing from Aaron Rodgers, which, you know, that is something, that's a trait that he doesn't get as much credit for because he doesn't do it consistently as he's gotten older. He picks his time to do such things. Be very aware about Aaron Rodgers' ability to escape the blitz by running out of the pocket. And when he does that, he's dangerous with his feet and with the ball. I'm picking the Green Bay Packers to win this. I definitely think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to say 24-20. That is my prediction. So, again, I have Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs in Tampa Bay for this year's Super Bowl. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This is Temperature Check. I am your host as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. Like, comment, subscribe for the channel. And like always, we just getting started.